I used to be very bad at sales. In fact, I hated selling. And I went on the journey of learning how to do it. I invested money, tens of thousands of dollars, to learn how to be better at sales. And all the things I learned, I distilled it down into 7 key things that I still use today and I teach my clients. And I'm going to share with you what those are. My name is Mac and I help business owners to grow their business and scale to 7 figures or more, and so that they can have more time, more money, and more freedom. Now, what are these 7 things that I learned? Let me break it down to you. Now, the very first thing I learned when it comes to sales is this: always make sure you are speaking to the right person. See, not everyone you speak to could be a client. You're speaking to this prospect or that prospect or that prospect. They may not necessarily be the right client for you. Let me ask you, have you ever taken time out of your busy schedule to have tea or coffee or lunch or dinner with someone thinking that they're going to be a client, only to realize that actually they don't have the money and they're not a suitable client for you? That happens. So the first thing is make sure you're speaking to the right people. The second thing is this: once you are sitting in front of the right person, you're talking to the right person, your whole focus should be on this thing, on building rapport and building affinity. In other words, getting them to a place where you have a shared reality, where there are similarities between you and them. So if they are talking a lot about challenges at home in terms of the kids, and they've got 3 kids, yeah, if you've got kids, mention kids. If you don't have kids, mention your nephews or nieces, so that they feel like that they are beginning to know you, like you, and trust you. And it may not be even family, it may be sports. Maybe you like football, they like football, talk about that. So what can you do to build rapport and build affinity? Focus on that. That's number 2. Number 3, ask powerful questions. If you don't know what I mean by powerful questions, just focus on asking them questions. The more questions you ask, the more you'll get to know who they are, what their challenges are, what their needs are, and how you can help them. Often they will tell you, if you're asking enough powerful questions, they'll tell you what their struggles are and what possibly you could help them with. So focus on asking questions, questions, questions. Now, in sales, one thing I learned is that questions sell, facts tell. Let me say it again: questions sell, facts tell. What does that mean? It's because you're asking questions, you're getting to understand them, you're listening to them, and then you're going to offer them something down the end of the line because they've told you what their needs are. Number 4, handle their objections. In other words, you'll be at a stage where you've told them how you can help them, you've presented how you can help them, you've showed them how and demonstrated how you can help them and how you've helped other people. But now they are going to say no. And there's 3 reasons why people say no. One is they're not interested in your product. One is there is a price issue, a finance or a money issue. And the other thing is that it's a time issue, or it's the wrong time. It's we don't buy this time of the year, we buy at the end of the year, whatever it is. It's going to be one of those 3 things. So you've got to know how to handle their objections. So turning their no's into a yes. There is a techniques that you can learn on how to do that. Number 5, be confident in what you're saying. Be confident in your service or your product, because if you're not confident in it, if you don't believe it, guess what? They're not going to believe it either. So you've got to be the manifestation of your product or your service, so they buy your energy in order to have that solution that they're looking for. Number 6, ask for the sale. You will be surprised that there's so many people who go into a sales situation, they demonstrate the product, they show the client exactly how they can help, they show them how they've helped other people, and guess what? They never ask for the sale. Now you've got to know how to ask for the sale elegantly so that you don't come across pushy, so that the client actually wants you to be able to service them. Number 7, and this is very important. Number 7 is what we teach is to go and follow up. So at some point when you've asked for the sale, you've closed the deal, and several weeks or several months has gone by, they've been using your product or your service, go back to them and ask them, how was it? What happened? And your fishing really. You're asking questions to find out whether they're happy with everything. And the beauty about doing a follow-up is that if they're not happy, guess what? You can then correct the situation. Maybe there was a missing part or a missing thing, or they didn't get a particular program that they were looking forward to. And maybe they just didn't want to say anything or disturb anyone, but they're going to walk around and tell other people negatively. But if you are able to follow up, there are two things that happen. One is you can correct their situation if they're unhappy, and two, if they are happy and they are very satisfied, you can ask for a testimonial, both written or it could be video. So those are the 7 things I wanted to share with you. Now, if you want to be better at sales and you want to learn more about the sales process and close more sales, then I'm going to invite you to join me in my private Facebook group, in our community of like-minded people like yourself, who I will share with you my strategies, my techniques in order to become better at sales. So click now and join me in my private group, and I'll see you inside.